Left mama down a yard, me a do it for her. From me born, man I rise, man I reach me star. Hey, from me can't just stand, I'm no need for par. One shot, one pants, one shows one. Let me tell you about friend. Never coming at the equation right now, and me never know them. Don't see it, see I pace them. Fake like me girl too, they're same. Walk past and me bless them. Who no real go late to rest them. Who no want see me rich, all I who no want to see me with cars and hot bitch. One lock me down, me find the locksmith. Drop girl does all drop quick. Them sit down and a lip, no want me song it. Them girl a wine pon the I can't split. And I see them too small, me a perfect fit. Go fit them anywhere, pon the earth them pick. More life, more money. Them a one bag of crosses. Them a not the bank, me have the bank account. Them a losses. You know see it, see a game, so I play with life. Me have 12 years cartridge. Out of it, me fit up when me reach so far. If you to the mama, I feel
True ambassador.
the enemy. Can't trust nobody. Alright. Hey. Ever get to you? Them can't stop the dream. Goalie. One time gone, long time gone, when me never have nothing. One or two slices of bread, be careful of what you bully beef tin cut you. Now a 10 key, and me don't even know which door figure open. Me full of enemy, everywhere me go, me have to walk with the something. Now make them stop me when me reach so far. Left mama down a yard, me a do it for her. From me born, man I rise, man I reach the star. Hey, from me can't just stand, I'm no need for par. One shot, one pants, one shows one. Let me tell you about friend. Never coming at the equation right now, and me never know them. Don't see it, see I pace them. Fake like me girl too, they're same. Walk past and me bless them. Who no real go late to rest them. Who no want see me rich, all I who no want to see me with cars and hot bitch. One lock me down, me find the locksmith. Drop girl does all drop quick. Them sit down and a lip, no want me song it. Them girl a wine pon the I can't split. And I see them too small, me a perfect fit. Go fit them anywhere, pon the earth them pick. More life, more money. Them a one bag of crosses. Them a not the bank, me have the bank account. Them a losses. You know see it, see a game, so I play with life. Me have 12 years cartridge. Out of it, me fit up when me reach so far. If you to the mama, I fi do it for her. Oh yeah. From me born, man I rise, man I reach the star. Hey.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Naked Truth. I am your captain speaking. Today is, I wouldn't say a restful day because it has been a long weekend, but nevertheless, though, we get through it. As the saying says, this too shall pass. This weekend just passed. Trust me. And I still haven't recovered 100% yet. But guess what? You know what? You have this thing when you're around people with great energy. It makes you feel like you still can do more and go a little bit longer. For real. That's why I believe that people should have partners that the energy is just great. Because it will make you do more and go longer. Yes. All right. So let me just fill in real quick on the weekend just passed and how hectic it was. But yet still we get through it. And I didn't get through it alone. I got through it with the help of the entire Flexx TV team, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe it. All right. So on Wednesday, there was the press conference for the IRAMA Awards. You know, we streamed that live on the IRAMA social media platform, right? Cool. That was superb. That was huge. That was good. You know, all the recipients and, you know, honorees, they came out and, you know, the media was out. But at the same time, I was the moderator for an event called the Winner's Circle, the Brown Bag Edition. And, you know, so simultaneously that was going on. So you have a team here, a team there. And, of course, on the Thursday, oh, my goodness, we just keep rolling. So that was Wednesday, and we did all that. come back to work again on Thursday. Thursday, we get ourselves ready again. And then on Friday, we get ourselves ready again. And there was so much going on. I went to West Palm Beach on Friday for the gospel laugh. It's a comedy show with a little bit of twist. And of course, I was with Rohan Gunter on the Friday night in Palm Beach, about an hour and change drive from here. Never knew it was that long to go to Palm Beach, for real. Or maybe I was just driving on a slow speed. Yes. But nevertheless, it was great. It was, the house was filled, online was filled, and everybody had an electrifying time. I wouldn't even say good time, an electrifying time. It was so electric that, you know, even the folks online were so interactive. You being there, you could feel the online presence. I swear to you. On Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, was another fulfilled day. I mean, we did the dress rehearsal for the IRAMA Awards for the next day, which was a Sunday. And after which we did the old Cockatoo candlelight thing. That was, you know, the amount of people who came out and artists who came out, you know, just to show their love for, you know, the late, great, the legendary Cockatoo. And trust and believe me when I say that it was well received. The family and friends must have felt good that, you know, the well-wishers and supporters and fans of Cockatoo did came out Saturday night and show their love. I was in an awe moment. I've seen people I've never seen in a long while. I've seen them this past Saturday at the Cockatoo candlelight. Sunday was the International Reggae and World Music Awards, ladies and gentlemen, the 42nd staging. And believe me when I say that was a nice turnout too. And I'm still seeing faces I haven't seen in a while. Crazy, 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 crazy. And the names that showed up, not only the names that showed up, but also the legends that came out that were honored, and those who weren't honored came out to support those who were honored. And that, my friend, speaks volume. For real. It speaks volume. That support you get from the fellow man in your business. This music business is not a competition business, but it's more, you know, it's more to collaborate than to compete. And that I saw that this past Sunday at the IRAMA Awards. Great, 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 great. Great turnout. It was a good night, despite that, you know, here at our weather center, it says that we're going to have rain. It did rain, but in the earlies, and then after which the masses came out. It was a good night. So, you know, yesterday was the day I was supposed to recruit. Didn't. Was still working. Nevertheless, I must say this to you, though, that all the footage that was gathered by Flexx TV is there. Maximum respect to those of you who actually purchased a pay-per-view ticket to watch it pay-per-view. Mad love, mad respect, and of course I'm quite sure that it met your expectation because it did meet ours. And I'm sure that you must have enjoyed that one night of excellent. Yes, the IRAMA Awards. Looking forward for, they actually announced the date for the 43rd staging, and it's going to be held back here in South Florida again. So yes, we are looking forward to that as well. Good afternoon to our friends on TikTok. I see you guys up there in the numbers. What a wow. Hey, guess what? So I plan to start the show today, and I have several interviews because you know, my PA actually lined them up in sequence in such a way, like this day, this day, this, and I'm going through the list, and I saw a particular name on the list, and I said, no sir, I have to get this one first. We can't come back off of such a high and drop low. I have to keep the momentum, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I have inside the studios with me a very, very special guest. Hold on. I think that need two more a very, very, very special guest with me today, man. None other than Sharon Garden. Sharon.
What a joy, what a love, what an energy. I'm so glad to be here with you. And boy,
listen,
what a weekend you have.
I tell you.
What a thing, you're Flexx. Flexx. Union Flexx.
No, listen, it's one of the things where, you know, when you enjoy, you know, dwelling in your passion.
Yes, yes.
Because I tell people all the while, you know, work is only become work when it's something that you have to do to get by.
Agreed.
When it becomes, when it's a passion, it doesn't feel like work.
It don't feel like work.
I will do it and you don't have to pay me
You know,
to home
exactly.
feel. I'm happy.
joy.
I'm leaving from where you're at
Yes.
happy.
It's the joy, you know, it's energy, it's what we connect with,
Yes.
you know, and when you're being fueled by the energy of your passion,
Yes.
that's when you know you're living your purpose.
Yes.
So you wake up happy every day.
Of course.
Your movement is your happiness, is your joy, is your passion, is your purpose.
Of
In
course.
alignment.
I
You
like
know that
it.
A flex, yeah,
So-
flex.
Sharon, I must say this to you though. You
Yes.
know that I spoke with you doing I did an interview some time ago, right?
You do?
And I'm saying to myself that the vibe that we have,
Yes, it's
you
true.
know, that way. Imagine if we slung in person.
It's true.
I drink a red stripe and a whole lot of reasoning here. Listen, man, it's a pleasure to have you here inside the studio in my presence right now. You don't know how overjoyed me is right now, for real.
Oh my gosh, overjoyed. A word I love. You just said a word I love. Overjoyed. I just wrote that in my phone to someone.
Wow.
That I'm feeling overjoyed, and I can show you a timestamp of that. That's real. So that's ancestral work happening right here, because the love between us has always been. And this is what people must know, that not because you don't see somebody every day,
Yes.
but because of the energy that you're putting out in the universe and what they're putting out, your energies are vibrating.
Right.
And the moments like this happen, and I feel your love, TC, and
So true.
I'm honored to be in the studio, Flexx TV, Trisha, you know, Malcolm, the whole team.
Yes.
It's like I just feel this love. Big up to Terrell, my publicist, for setting this up and, you know, getting this done, because we got work to do.
We have a lot of work to do. Now, you know, you didn't come empty-handed.
No.
She came bearing gifts.
Bearing gifts.
For real.
Bearing
And
gifts.
I'm so
Bearing
excited
gifts.
because, you know what? Sometimes on my downtime, I really do like to sit down and read some stuff. And then sometimes what I read, it gives me a much more insight of
I like that
the
word too.
author.
Insight. You're using all my words.
You know?
I love that. We here today. Baby.
Yeah.
Insight. You know.
And,
Yeah.
you know, you're original from Jamaica.
Yes.
Where in Jamaica are you from originally?
So I was born in a place called Kingston Gardens.
Kingston Garden. Don't tell me so that's why you get the last name. Garden.
Oh, yes,
What a
like
coincidence.
Like that. Only this Gordon is like Gordon's gin. Gordon. But the thing about it is that it's a play on word, because that's what we do, right? But,
Yes.
Grew up in Kingston. I grew up in different places of Kingston, because I was one of those little girls who was boarded out. So I grew up in Rollington Town a lot.
Okay.
There was a time I lived in Almond Town when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And I lived in Rollington Town for a good period of time. And this story, Sherry Baby, takes place in Rollington Town.
Okay.
In a specific period of time, 1969 to 1975.
Wow.
So it's a very lasered focus.
Yeah. The country was going through a lot of change
well,
then.
that's why it says it's a post, you know.
Post-independence Jamaica.
piece.
Okay.
It is looking at that period coming out of independence in
Yes.
62.
Oh,
And
wow.
Sherry Baby was born in 62, and so she's coming of age.
Yes.
And she's kind of reporting on her community and what she's seen. And like you're saying, that period of time is really a period of time. Now in retrospect, we can provide examination, and now we can use a cultural, literary lens
Yes.
to utilize my skill in patois and honoring Miss Lou in
Wow,
writing this
wow.
book in patois, in lending to the language,
Language,
of the people,
yes.
to make that be the basis of Sherry Baby. I think is bold, and you know, I am happy to know that it's being received, because it is in that spirit that we do it, because Miss Lou was my mentor, you know what I mean?
I can
So
hear it, you know.
it's given the honor, yeah man, I have to give
Yes.
honor to her, you know. So this is what Sherry Baby is, and as my first, you know, debut, as they say, I had to use the language of the people to tell the story of the people. I'm in Florida here. Zora Neale Hurston, who comes out of this part of the country,
Yes.
that was how she wrote. If you look at Their Eyes Are Watching God or any of her pieces, she's writing in dialect.
Yes.
And using dialect to tell the story, which is a rich, layered story, because that's what our story is.
Right.
You know, so I know we just get caught up. It's
Listen,
crazy, Jack. It's like-
I will get caught up in the moment, just sitting here and just listening to you reasoning about you know your journey as into becoming an author. So you know you grew up in that town. There's so many things that you have seen growing up in those areas,
That's what happened.
and those things, you know, you have those persons who they would record the stuff. But that time we never have the technology that we had now. So you know, some people do it from
Real,
via mental,
yes.
some pen and paper.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
then after which, you know, we get older now,
Yeah.
and we transform these things now
Yeah.
to pen and paper,
you
or the
know,
typewriter back then.
Typewriter back then, no, we have, you
the
can talk in the phone
yes.
and transcribe and all that, the technology.
And translate it in many different languages.
Which, by the way, I should say that Sherry Baby will be available in audio by the end of the month. I just
Wow.
last week.
Wow.
If you hear me and I say to people, you know, we are moving on this because of the response that has just been so energetic and so dynamic.
Yes.
I mean, it's really connecting. Everybody gets Sherry Baby, and there's something. I walked in here this evening, and Trisha says to me something about Bunji. Well, one of the characters in the book is a Bunji.
Oh.
And Bunji is based on a real person who was Bunji. So a lot of the stories, it's based loosely. It's fiction, yes.
Yes.
Because I've taken poetic license, and there's a lot of stories in there that are based off of things that have happened, but I have enhanced and used poetic license, like it says. I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a storyteller.
Of course.
Oh, I should tell
And
you.
a
your
creative
audience.
being.
And a creative being.
Yeah.
Speaking of creative being, I just won the 2025 storytelling contest in Jamaica. What's Your Story, Jamaica? On February 8th.
Wow.
At Half Moon. I just did that. And that's for a different story that I did, because that had to be a real story that was done. So I just won that. So, but I had to share that in the spirit of storytelling.
Yes.
And what you're saying, because, you know, we have to give praise
Of
and big
course.
yourself when
Of course.
it's a poor frog that don't praise its own pond. You know, I'm big up yourself.
Tell me you don't like us. I love our spirit. I love it.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So
right,
you know. All right. So one thing I can honestly say that you know, you have done you have done justice to Jamaica and its culture when you wrote Sherry Baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Even though you're saying it's fictional,
Yes.
I can when
But it-
read pieces from it,
Yeah.
I can visualize it,
And that's
and
what
because
it's
I
supposed
grew
to
up
do.
in it,
Yes.
I feel like I can relate
Oh, yes,
even more.
I want that. That's what I wanted to do, to ignite that memory.
Oh, my
Fire
goodness.
up that memory inside
Yes.
of us. Because there's a little bit of Sherry Baby in all of us. We know those
True,
children that
true.
were left in Jamaica, parents gone a foreign.
Yes,
You know,
true,
And them a bata.
true.
But true, is that everybody had that?
And everybody, nope, nope.
And no family members. Things happen.
True.
You know, we have situations. I mean, when you look at the themes that I look at in this, it's really, like you said, it's themes of classism. It's themes of political identity. Me and you know we grew up in a Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
It's one of the two parts of them. Poor you just grow up in a family where that is that, and you get caught up in that.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with you. You know,
Yes.
And if you ever dare try go against that, then you is.
You're the outcast.
Yeah, this is real, right? We get into the colorism thing.
True.
You know, one family.
True.
Light skin, dark skin, pretty ear.
Here, dark,
whatever.
wool here, yes.
All of that. But the way I tell the story, and what I wanted to do is do exactly what I've done to you. I've ignited that memory in you. And I wanted to use a lens with using places and people and stories that people could identify with. And go, oh my God, I know Stadium. I know
Yes.
Miss Lou. I know Ring Ding.
Yes.
I know Crossroads. Remember Woolworth?
Of course, downtown.
You know, so don't on a parade.
Yes.
I see it. I've created that memory. And I want to have conversations around the themes and to also provide a bridge for those of us whose children now
Yes.
have come with PhDs.
Right.
Come
True.
with people
True
come,
that.
Right?
True
I'm
that.
a grandmother. I have 2 granddaughters.
Yes.
And they're really the reason why I
Okay.
didn't realize. Because, like you say, I've been doing this work in some way, fashion, and form for so many years.
Yes.
You know, and I'm honored that the universe has blessed me with so many talents that I've been able to share that always with my culture at the forefront. You know that.
Yes.
You know, and know that I'm able to write.
So,
Baby.
so Sharon, here's what it's coming to my mind.
May I take a sip of
Right
water
now.
in my throat?
No
Right.
problem,
It's been
man.
that kind of week.
Yes.
We had a ball.
We had a ball.
I Rollins. I'm going to
Yes.
let y'all know, okay? It was that kind of night.
So one of these things I'm saying is that
The glossary.
I am no, not necessarily. I am looking at it, the entire thing,
Okay.
right? So it's 200 and plus pages,
Yes.
200 and plus pages, ladies and gentlemen. And I am actually saying, have you ever thought of doing short films with this?
Well, you know.
An episode, and do like episodes.
So TC, you're touching on something that, and if Terrell is listening right now, she's gonna be laughing, because this is what we were just with a bunch of us yesterday, and this is the conversation that we're having. We've been talking about the soundtrack.
Yes.
We're talking about Sherry Baby because you're left wanting after this. Let me just let you know, spoiler alert, you're gonna be left wanting. Because you're gonna want more from Sherry Baby. And it's set up that way for you. I do everything intentionally, you know that.
Yes.
And so, yes, I see the series coming. She's a character that will become a household name because people are going to identify with her in the same way that you have. It feels very real, it feels very personal, but it will help you understand the experience of a people. Because Sherry Baby's story is a coming of age story for in a period of time that Jamaica was going through a certain type of molding and developing, and those of us who lived it know it. Even the language I use is from that period, because a lot of people don't know that there's patois and then there's patois and then there's patois.
Patois, yeah.
Patois, talk a country.
Yes, because we have like 14 different patois from 14 parishes.
You can hear a man talk and know it's a man to go on and that.
True.
A St. Thomas man that.
True,
you know that.
true. But those outside of would know that. That is so true.
Those are the things that look lightly I serve it, but it's there.
Yes.
You know, so I say to people that, you know, Cherry Baby, you see the cover by Marlon, right? God bless Marlon for this cover. What a cover.
Beautiful.
He captured everything I
Beautiful.
so
wow.
You see my dogs.
Yes.
I mean, I had him, you know, let him know that we needed, this is what we needed. I wanted my Jamaica to be represented from the picture of what that memory was for me as I was being just so inspired to tell this story of through the lens of this little girl, which TC hasn't been done before. I mean,
wow.
This is Caribbean literature that I'm stepping into an area, and I'm not touting my own horn, but like I said, it's a poor frog who doesn't praise its own pond. I am skilled in what I do, and I was able to take all of it.
Sharon, stick and stay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Sharon Garden, and you know, time is catching up on us, and there's so much more I want to get. Just give me a quick minute. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. When we come right back, I just want to dive into just a little bit more. It's like the longer the sweeter it gets, you know what I mean? So forward. All right. I guess we're unofficially back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Sharon Garden, the author for Sherry Baby, a book, ladies and gentlemen, that is now available on all. We have it in Amazon.
Amazon.com has
right.
it. In about a week, you're going to be able to see it in the airports. In bookstores, you can ask for it.
Like Barnes and Noble bookstores.
You can ask for it.
Yeah.
They'll be able to order it for you. We have it in Kindle. I just did the audio. Like I said, the audio is going to be available by the end of the month.
Yes.
I'll definitely keep you and your audience up to date on all that's happening with Sherry Baby.
Okay.
Because it's exciting.
So here's what also. All right. So
tax deductions and take full advantage of every credit available to you.
Look no further than BMG Tax and Accounting Services, your trusted partner in Tamarack, Florida. With over 35 years of expertise, Nigel Blair is here to handle all your business needs. From bookkeeping to tax preparation, we provide the personalized care and attention your business deserves.
Don't let opportunities slip away. Contact BMG Tax and Accounting Services today. Call 954-289-6005. That's 954-289-6005. BMG Tax and Accounting Services, experience you can trust, results you can count on.
Malcolm X once said, "You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it." Let's acknowledge Black History Month 2024.
Welcome back to The Naked Truth with TC Flexx.
True ambassador.
For the enemy, can't trust nobody. Alright. Hey. Ever get to you? Them can't stop the dream. Goalie. One time gone, long time gone, when me never have nothing. One or two slices of bread, be careful of what you bully beef tin cut you. Now a 10K, and me don't even know which door figure open. Me full of enemy, everywhere me go, me have to walk with the something. Now make them stop me when me reach so far.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have to say enough respect to our sponsors who actually sponsor The Naked Truth. Thanks a million. Because without you guys, this show would have been just The Naked Truth. For real. My special guest today, Sharon Garden, ladies and gentlemen, an author, and of course, I think you could be an educator.
Well, you know, I do a little bit of that, so thanks, I do. I taught Black institution and culture at Baruch for a while in the early turn of the century.
Yes.
And I do media literacy for the Paul Robeson Freedom School in Brooklyn, and I'm always doing, when I had CPR, we used to do a lot of forums and stuff. I've always been wanting to educate with the culture as best I can.
Yes.
Even when I do the Miss Lou enactments that I do and host as Miss Lou, it is to educate and entertain. And that's why there's a glossary in the back of the book. So there's people who, because there are people who love our language and love our culture.
True.
But they need a little help, so we provide that.
Yes.
So there's a glossary in the back of the book.
I like it. Because the funny thing is, you said it earlier, right when we came back from the break, that, you know, even though it's 14 parishes, it's 14 different patois. So someone from town may not understand.
Exactly. Things are said with
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
I like it a lot.
Sherry baby, get Sherry baby.
Get it, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Amazon. It's in Amazon, and don't forget, in a couple of weeks or a month from now or so, it will be you know, on audio.
Yep.
So you can catch it. And hopefully, I'm praying that someone here, a sponsor may here, pick it up and decide that we're going to put it in a series.
We do a series.
Right.
Yes. And we have the whole team that we can put together do that, right?
All right. And if it's finance, we have ways we can go around it.
Yes, yes.
For real. So as long as we get a budget to work with.
As long as we have
Yes.
to work with.
So I'm asking, so my friends, please, see if we can, you know, because this is piece of our legacy here.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean? For those, especially in Jamaica.
Exactly.
Before I let you go.
Yes.
I know that your schedule is busy, you know. All right. Before I even make you give them any information of where, let me answer this question, because I'm having this problem, and this is a personal question from me to you.
Okay.
I'm having a problem in getting my kids to understand my culture because they are so taken up into, you know, and I'm outnumbered.
Yes.
I'm outnumbered by their peers at school. I'm outnumbered by the neighbors and everything.
Yes.
But I really want them to understand my culture, where I'm from. And it's difficult to get them. I try through music, and it's coming on slowly, but they like to read. So,
how old are they?
All right, so there are some teenagers, you know what I mean, and the oldest is like what, 30, 31?
Okay, so the book is for 18 to older, and if you have mature kids and you want them, so part of what we did with the marketing is don't judge a book by its cover. You see the book,
wow,
you think
I love
it's a
that.
children's book, right?
Yes.
But then you read the back, which is what happened to TC, and you realize, oh no, this is anything but a children's book. The only thing childlike is it's being told by a child, the story.
Right.
It's a story that is universal in its telling, and it's through our eyes. So if they're able to grasp this is it, because it's written for them. So they'll understand and have an appreciation that, you know, Miss Lou would have said, all things property, you know. Property, respect for things, you know.
Put some respect for things.
Literature where you right so. You see how you have to study Shakespeare in a school and so you have to study Sherry Baby, understand? Because the stories are layered and intricately woven. So it appears to be so simple on the surface, and then you delve in. And that's why you don't judge a book by its cover.
True.
Because you see this. It looks so childlike, so wonderfully. And then
she goosebumped me. She goosebumped me.
I am Sharon Gordon. I am Sharon Gordon.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right, so where can I go and just find out everything about you? Everything is there on the website.
I am SharonGordon.com.
I am SharonGordon.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Follow me on Instagram too.
And the Instagram page is I am Sharon Gordon.
I'm Sharon Gordon.
On all social media. Straight across the board, ladies and gentlemen.
So thank you
I am
so
Sharon
much.
Gordon. That's what she is. And she's truly Sharon Gordon.
Sharon Gordon. Thank you so much. What a pleasure. Love you. Thank you.
Man, I tell you, it's a pleasure.
Yes, and we're going to work on the children.
We will.
That's why we're going to do the movie, because we use the movie to get to that next level.
All right.
And the audio, because I did the audio and part for them. So we're doing it. It is for them.
In everything you do,
yes, thank you.
You're an example.
Thank you. I stand to it. Thank you, my brother.
You're a true
love
example.
to the audience.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sharon Gordon, can't get enough right. There's so many other things, aspect I want to get into, but time didn't allow me. But nevertheless, trust and believe me when I say that I'll work on it to have her back here, not just for 30 minutes, but for probably an hour. Yes, Sharon, thank you.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
And I call her Sharon Baby.
Sharon Baby. So the first one, I like that I write that down. Sharon, did you hear that? Sharon Baby by TC. Going by TC.
All right. So for our friends online, thank you so very much for joining. Over 100+ people right now on this is the TikTok. Yeah. We're live on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, FlexFM.online. So we're on all the platforms simultaneously now.
My page too,
and of course, and I want to say, of course, hi to the friends and family. Yes, of Sharon Gordon. Sharon, you know what? It doesn't get any better than this. What a day! My weekend becomes the week, and I'm still on that high. Actually, we have to start it off like this. Thank you. Second still, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in less than 30 seconds.
Bye. Thanks
with the man.
True ambassador.
On the enemy, can't trust nobody. Hey, ever get to you? Them can't stop the dream. Goalie. One time gone, long time gone, when me never have nothing. One or two slices of bread, be careful what you bully beef tin cut you. Now a 10 key, and me don't even know which door figure open. Me full of enemy, everywhere me go, me have to walk with the something. Now make them stop me when me reach so far. Left mama down a yard, me a do it for her. From me born, man I rise, man I reach for star. Hey, from me can't just stand, I'm no need for par. One shot, one pants, one shows one. Let me tell you about friend. Never coming at the equation right now, and me never know them. Don't see it, see I pace them. Fake like me girl too, they're same. Walk past and me bless them. Who no real go late to rest them. Who no want see me rich, all and who no want to see me with cars and hot bitch. One lock me down, me find the locksmith. Drop girl does all drop quick. Them sit down and a lip, no want me song it. Them girl a wine pon the I can't split. And I see them too small, me a perfect fit. Go fit them anywhere, pon the earth them pick. More life, more money. Them a one bag of crosses. Them a not the bank, me have the bank account. Them a losses. You know see a game, so I play with life. Me have 12 gauge cartridge. Out of it, me fit up when me reach so far. If you to the mama, I fi do it for her. Oh yeah. For me born, man I rise, man I reach the star. Hey.
Welcome back. My special guest Sharon Gordon, of course. Sherry Baby is the. Let me say that it was autographed. Yes, it was autographed. I like it. I like it a whole lot. And I can't say thanks enough. I seriously can't say thanks enough. And the reason why, it's because it's not often and you know that there are persons in our, in our midst, from our country, who are actually working this hard and is not behind the scene. They're there, but for some reason we're not doing enough collectively as a group, as a people. And we say out of many, one people, So we shouldn't wait on just one sector, but just wait on those who are authors to support authors. We need everybody to join in and support the movement. Ladies and gentlemen, Sherry Baby, the book by Sharon Garden. It's on Amazon. Buy a copy now. Support the author now. Assist the author in getting bestseller. Yes, man. You know how would it feel for me to know that one of my fellow Jamaican is a bestseller on New York Times? Me say come out, me say bestseller. Yes. It would give me a great feeling, man. Trust and believe me, man. And I'm sure you too, it will give you a great feeling, because when you saw that Usain Bolt at a three-peat, didn't you have a great feeling knowing that that's a Jamaican? When I saw the bobsled team did what they have done, didn't you feel great that Jamaican reggae boys? You know what I mean? They are the girls, the reggae girls. Track and field. We have some of the fastest women when they go and compete on the main stage and represent and come back with nothing but goals. In every track and field event there is. You tell me, how do you feel? When you go around the world and someone asks you which country you're from, and you say Jamaica, and them say, oh, Bob Marley country, how you feel? Just the fact that I'm Jamaican, I'm proud. That's all I want when somebody asks, who have the bestseller on New York Times or the Globe or wherever. You hear them say, Sharon Garden or another good author. Yes, man. Listen, she mentioned a few names, one of which I am very proud of. Even though she passed and left us, she left a legacy that, as you can tell, Sharon Garden is still looking up to her, which is Miss Lou. And you know what I mean? She is one of the individuals too who have inspired me in a way to embrace my culture, embrace who I am, embrace how me look, embrace how me talk. Some people keep saying, and the funniest thing, the people who are saying, say, yo, you're Jamaican, if you just speak proper English when you do this and do that. Listen, me no man. Hey, hey. As some Miss Loda say. Have you seen Dr. Oliver Samuels hosting the 42nd station of the Arama this past Sunday? And you hear how the brother speaks? All right, I need not say no more. Jamaicans worldwide who are watching right now, embrace your language. It's unique in such a way that I laugh every time I hear some people that try to talk like us. Yeah, man. When we're in the midst of a group of folks who speaks certain language, what do you see? You have presidents who go to other countries and they bring interpreter to interpret. Some try to speak the language, but obviously their main or their primary language is going to outshadow the language that the midst that they're in. I hope you guys understand what I mean when I say that. For example, if you have someone who is from Cuba whose primary language is Spanish, and they come to Jamaica who our primary language is Patois, it's going to be hard for both persons to understand each other. So they have to be a common ground. So maybe English would be the common ground there, where the Jamaican who speaks the Patois will have to tweak the Patois a little bit so it sounds as if it's close to English, and that person who speaks Spanish is either then get somebody who translate the Spanish to the English, or get someone who talk Patois who knows Spanish to translate, so them can both understand each other. But what Miss Lou did was taught us how to embrace the culture in such a way, embrace the way we dress, the way we talk, the kind of food that we eat, how we season our food. And if you notice, anywhere you go around the world, any and every American, when they talk about Jamaican food, them talk about the oxtail. Now, me want to know if it's Jamaica first start deal with oxtail. But me know say, that the little island, anything them touch, them own it. Anything them do, them just go hard and done, for real. Just like Sharon Garden, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get a copy of this book, man, Sherry Baby. Listen, I'm going to have fun reading this book, and I'm going to read it with my kids, and I'm going to try to get them to understand, you know what I mean, the part of me that, and one thing about my kids, when I talk in my dialogue, they understand it. And when they go around anyone who speaks patois, them understand it. So I think the parents have done a pretty good job in that essence. However, there's a whole lot more to be done. I need to teach them more about the culture in such a way that let them know about how did we get our independence. It wasn't just given to us. We fought for it. I need to let them know that we're not just only good for track and field and music. We're also good at being an author. Yes. I have to let them know more about the island of Jamaica. And in order to do that, I think what we need to do as Jamaican parents is to take our summer vacation and take our kids them back to the island. Stop worry about the little myth that you're hearing about the island this and the island that. Just remember, if you were granted the opportunity to migrate abroad, you would still be there making the best of it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those who have migrated overseas, I don't know what country you migrate to, but just know that it's not the country that grants you the opportunity. It's the will and the fight in you, the individual, that make the change. It's not because you migrate to Canada, or you migrate to England, or you migrate to the US or Mexico, or France, Egypt, and those places. No, it's the fight in you, the will to survive that you have, that makes the difference. Because now, on a psychological level, you hear a commercial say, oh, the dream, come on and live the American dreams, and you want a piece of the American dreams. Where you gotta go do? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs so you can achieve that dreams. The dream never just drop in your hand. And not because you come to this land. And then now, you know, on a psychological level, I tell people, say, boy, I'm going to achieve this if me never go to America. Liar, tell yourself. Nobody never do it for you. You do it for yourself. You are the one. Not 2, 3, 4, nor 5. It's you. So you can achieve anything you want to achieve. As long as you believe you can. So yes, man. Bring back the kids them to the place. No matter if I want little 1-bedroom house, one old board up house, and nobody feels shame at it, because that's what build you to be the man or the woman that you are today. That's the sacrifice that your parents or grandparents or siblings made to ensure you have a roof over your head. How much board house you see in America? I just a coat of paint them put over it and style it up. I still board house and zinc fence. Zinc fence become plastic fence now. I hold them style it up. So don't knock where you come from like me hear enough people are doing. Knock it like, oh my goodness, boy, I grew up in one place, the boy, this and that. I want a sweetest thing. You know what pleasure I have when I go back to Jamaica. And I can go down a river. And I can go at the beach and my foot touch the sand. And I don't have to worry about shark at the shallowest part of the water. I worry about shark when I in America in a water I swim. Every time you hear shark bite somebody in a Fort Lauderdale beach. I swear to you, we swear me there Jamaica. You me go the deepest part, I'm not worry about shark. Something about the water there. Them know how to stay. At least everybody understand them place and them position. Every shark understand the assignment in a Jamaica. Them know so we don't come now around that side there. Because them people that will take put on meal. Them know that. For real. So Jamaica has been developed in such a way, ladies and gentlemen, that right now we are, you don't even have to go France, Paris, Italy, Rome and them places there for attraction or amenities. It's in Jamaica. That's how much Jamaica has developed. And I like it. I like it a whole lot. I like the pace that we're going, and I like where we're heading. We just need to stay the course. And what we need is Jamaicans in the diaspora, overseas, in different countries around the world, to come together and say, make we supply Jamaica with what it needs. Some people have said they are going to slow down the remittance because you have illegal people that send back money to Jamaica and all these things. Quiet on yourself, man. Jamaicans are not talk about. Some people have hopes and dreams. When it comes on to Jamaicans, we have ways and means. For real, I would hope that one thing we can do is come together collectively more as Jamaican, as a people. As the coat of arms says, out of many one people. We are Jamaicans. And that's what we need to do. And as Jamaicans, we need to support this book right here by Sharon Garden, called Sherry Baby. Yes, man. Very nice book, well written, ladies and gentlemen, and it was carefully thought through, and therefore you will enjoy it, your neighbor will enjoy it, and it's a book you can pay it forward, you know. Yes. And when I say pay it forward, I mean, say for example, we live on a budget, Malcolm, and I get this book and I finish read this book. I can pass it on to Malcolm. When Malcolm finish read it, you don't shelf it. You pass it on to one of your siblings. Pass it on to your mama and your dad. And mama and dad pass it on to one of their siblings. And we move the one book round. That's how we used to do it back in the days. We need to get back to that. As long as we can get back to that, we're nice, man. For real. And that's what Jamaicans need to do. Start. Hey, listen. This is not spilling the bean, but this is the real deal. Back in the 70s and 80s, I'm not talking about the 60s. The 60s was the Windrush era. Yeah. But me I talk about when people start get visa for go abroad. It no matter if Canada, England, or anyway. Them time they never need visa for go England. All you need is a passport. But now them cut that out, so now we have to spend money to get visa for go England. Most Jamaica no want go England. You don't notice most Jamaica head this way to the United States and Canada. More Jamaicans are go Mexico now than they would go to England. But England need to go sort that out. Because we can't have a monarchy in our country and we still have to acquire a visa for come a your place. When a breach, something has been breached. We can't leave a governor general in our country and we still need visa for come to the country. Because the moment you leave a governor general for govern, that means you still have a little bit of ties to it. So you still shouldn't put the kind of restriction the power to acquire visa, and then I talk about, oh, it's because of security reason. Lie when I tell me, I telling you that. For real. So let me say this to you now, my people. Let me tell you about the Jamaicans them in the 70s and the 80s. It started to shift in the 90s. What I'm going to tell you how the shift come about. So in the 70s and the 80s, Jamaicans would go abroad. I could have neighbor, friends, or relatives. One final loophole, bring in another. Look out for another. And you know, say work again, where I come up and I talk for you, and the boss says, say if you can't come up, the boss get work permit for you, you come up and you work and you go back home and people are live good. And I saw one look out for the other. It come on to the 90s now. Here what happened now? Things change. Now no see life hard. What make you never send some money back a yard? Here how things change now. Things change where the Jamaicans who are here now start to be like the Joneses. Them want to live like the Joneses now. So them now move like Jamaicans no more now. Them a move like they're Americans now. So when them friend come up now and them friend come spend 2 weeks a day with them now, by the time the first week or third week, them start to give them friends some different look and different tone. And the welcome thing done now, the honeymoon phase over now. Now them can't wait for you to go back to your yard now. Now them don't even look something for you go and do in the meantime so you can eat a food, you know. Now them start say, boy, yeah, use up too much of the water, and yeah, use up too much of the light, and the volume on the TV too loud, and them start a problem with everything now. So that start diminish now, where people don't want nobody come from Jamaica come stay with them till them can get upon them foot. So from in the 90s, like mid to late 90s now, we start to see a decline in that kind of unification. And this is how it start break down now. So therefore now it becomes every man for themselves. And guess what? Scatter we scatter. So we're not strong no more now. This is how we become weak. We need to get back to basic, man. For real. And we can get back to basic in such a way where you can assist, you know. And you can assist in different ways. Maybe you don't have a room to make one of your relatives come go and stay until such, but if you know of a link, share it. If you have information, share it. You know what I mean? Brother, you know, you're good for electrical work. You know, so it's about my work, my boss, them want somebody for 1 2 months, and you have a visa. See if me ask boss if you can get a work permit for you and you forward and make some food and go down. People want to show off on other people now. Say, boy, I see me have big house, I have big car. And sometimes when you come and they make you stay with them for a week, I just to show off on you really, you know. So when you go back, you say, boy, you know, to the like Trisha live nice America. Yo, you ever see Trisha house? And the car with Trisha drive? I saw people start that. But hey, guess what? We have to get back to basic, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get back to a time and a place where we care about each other. Yes, at the end of the day, we need to start look out for each other. Because remember this, you know, no man is an island, you know. And we can't do this by ourselves. All you feel like them inject you with the word independent, nothing works, so my lad. For real. Trust me, it doesn't take one individual to build a road or a highway. It doesn't take one individual to build a car or a bike. It takes more than that. Take a collective effort from a few individuals. Maybe you are more stronger than I am, but maybe I am more smarter than you are. But together, we are both strong and smart. Just know that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take a break and come right back. The entertainment segment of The Naked Truth is coming up. It's a Tuesday. It's Energy Tuesday. So we're gonna deliver some energy.
Attention business owners, are you ready to maximize your tax deductions and take full advantage of every credit available to you?
Look no further than BMG.
Hi, I'm Amy Flexx with Flexx TV, and I am here to tell you about our pay-per-view service we now offer. Pay-per-view streaming has helped many creators ranging from event promoters, sporting events, and concerts, from all industries to monetize their content.
You may be wondering why choose pay-per-view. Well, I am here to tell you for one. You are in control of how much you can charge your customer per click, if priced right. You can win big with pay-per-view. We also offer on-demand, which can be another way to profit from your event.
So, what are you waiting for? Call us at the number below or email us at flexfm@gmail.com and let us help you reach a broader audience globally.
Flexx TV would like to thank